Yeah, big weekend, incredible day, and then I was happy that our performance matched the moment. That's probably what I'm most happy for them, and really, really, as I told them after the game, man, I'm proud of them. This was not looking good. Several times, whether it was walking off the floor against Purdue or walking off the floor at Texas or walking off the floor after we lost a couple games, even down at St. Mary's where we were 2 games back. But they hung with it and just put their heads down and got themselves back to where we always like to be, which is winning the championship. And hey, it's a worthy program and team to share one this year. St. Mary's had a heck of a year, and it was a heck of a game tonight, and we could not put them away. It seems like there's 3 or 4 opportunities. Shows just what a tough champion they are too. So another great game, just like the one down there. But we played really, really good offense, I thought, for the most part. And the first half of defense was stellar.
Was it kind of fitting with all the close games you guys have played in conference play that you had to dig deep and they came back and you had to be resilient in the second half tonight?
I don't know about that. It's Gonzaga St. Mary's, so it's usually, there's a couple exceptions out there, but they're usually kind of go this direction.
Mark, what did you make of the lineup out there after Drew went out with that 4th foul, and how they were able to hunker down in that last 3.5 minutes or so?
Yeah, we've used that lineup now down the stretch here in the second half of league. It's kind of our small ball lineup, and we've gotten some good. I think we even used it against Baylor a little bit way back, and I think they're getting more and more comfortable and opening up the floor, and I think we were able to extend the lead actually when they were out there, and especially when we can play Anton at the 5, it makes us pretty versatile there also on defense.
What did you make of Anton tonight, especially defensively?
Yeah, he was just vintage Anton, man. He's just had an incredible year this year, and he's just been so valuable to us. And it's not just on the defensive side now. He's making all kinds of plays on the offensive side, and just we're tapping into that great instincts and that great feel that he has on both ends of the floor. And he had to fight tonight because Bowen's one of the toughest guys in college basketball, and it was quite a battle out there between those two.
Julian maybe didn't have his best night shooting, but Malachi came off the bench, gave you some great minutes tonight.
Yep.
What can you say about him picking him up tonight?
It's just these guards are interesting. You just never know who's going to have their night. It's hard to predict, but I have a lot of confidence in Malachi. He's never afraid, and he always, the bigger the moment, usually the better he is, and certainly, especially after he had a couple downhill floaters in the first half, and then obviously had a big 3 get going in the second half. But yeah, it's obviously a nice luxury to have enough of those guys to figure out. I thought Hunter played really good in the first half, and then Nolan responded in the second half after having a tough first half.
How about just the team defense? I think there was 4 stretches of 3 minutes or longer where you guys held them without a field goal. What did you guys do, especially in the first half? I think 3 of those were in the first half tonight.
Yeah. I thought our first half, I think we held them to .8, which is exceptional on our efficiency. But we were flying around. I thought we were making plays and getting those 50-50 balls and really scrambling and hitting our rotations and making plays at the rim. And then to St. Mary's credit, I thought they flipped it a little bit, especially in the mid to late part of the second half. They started kind of taking balls from us and getting a lot of loose offensive rebounds that I think we had our hands on first. But then that small group was able to flip that a little bit.
Offensively, they're not easy to score,
No.
but your shooting percentages, and other than a few turnovers in the second half, you were scoring at a pretty good rate there, right?
Yeah, we started slow, and then we started finding some actions that they switched their coverages. They do such a good job. They switched their coverages from what they were doing the first game down there. And so once we kind of found some things that we could have some success with, the guys did a good job of executing those, and again, just making plays and stepping up and making shots.
Coach, I know you know all the circumstances around this game. When I know you got one more game before you go to the WCC tournament,
Yep.
but they got to go down to like net rankings and stuff. What's your thoughts going into WCC tournament time when it comes to who gets the top seed?
I mean, I'm not even giving it a thought, really. No, I mean, the important thing in that thing is getting you get the bye, so we won't have to go down till Sunday, the double bye. And so we'll just, that's what we signed up for, the rules. I don't know if any of us looked at the fine print like that, but it's probably the only way you can do it. So I don't know what else you do, point differential or something. I don't know.
Defensively, looked like you did some things differently too, especially ball screen.
We tried. I mean, yeah, a little different. And we did some different matchups and things like that. But for the most part, we stayed with our base defense, and then we tried switching a little bit, and we thought we had more success just staying with our bigs on their bigs and guards on their guards.
Time for one more for Coach.
That play
Well, we
where-
did do our three-quarter press.
Yeah,
Much more.
first half, yeah.
Well, second half too.
That play where Drew kind of out-jumped their entire offense down there to get that loose ball, and
Yeah.
Drew Mahaney's third foul. He's been making plays like that all year, but what does it say to kind of have your big man try to go up there and out-jump basically all of their guards? And
I
make a
mean,
big
we
play?
definitely needed it. That was the type of play that we needed to make, where you just go up and high point the ball and get it. I think I still have a group sometimes that's a little bit reticent to dig those out. They're waiting for somebody else to do it. And I thought in the first half we were definitely doing that, but that was a big play for sure.
You guys won your 25th game tonight. That's 16 straight years of doing that. That's now the longest streak in the country. What do you make of that milestone, and just what it says about the longevity you guys?
I mean, it's just kind of like all these, right? I mean, it's just those. I mean, it certainly doesn't get old, and I think that's an incredible stat. And it's all we owe it to these players that came through here, all of them now on a stat like that we're able to do something like that. Because winning 25 is tough. So I mean, that's another one of those streaks. I wasn't even aware of that, but that it definitely shows the strength and the stay power of where our program's at.
Your daughter win today?
She did. On the state. So great day. Yeah, great day.
We're open for questions.
With all the close games you guys have played this year in conference play, was it only fitting that you guys had to kind of win another tight one here to wrap up the share of the conference title tonight?
I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be easy at all. St. Mary's had something to fight for. We had something to fight for, and we both knew we were going to lay it all on the line. So, I mean, it's kind of what we expected. I feel like we did a good job of coming out strong and taking a good lead in the first half, but kind of let things go in the second. And I'm just proud of the guys for never losing composure and just making plays at the right time.
How big was his three, kind of stopping that first run they made?
I mean, it was huge. I mean, we didn't get very many clean looks from three today. So, it's huge that he could step up and make them. And, I mean, you look at the box score, he's 5 for 6, 13 points. I mean, he just made plays all night. I mean, and that's what he's here for, to just make plays and make things happen. So I'm super proud of him. And it seems like, whenever we need one, he's always there for one. And that's huge.
Malachi, you got in the game early tonight right away, and you seemed to be making plays right from the get-go. Was there sort of an aggressiveness that you wanted to come out with tonight right away? And obviously, Coach rewarded you putting you in before even the under-16 timeout.
I mean, I just think having that mentality, like to just want to get revenge for that loss that we feel like we let slip away. I always try to come in with the mentality of being aggressive, but this one was, it felt kind of personal, just wanted to get it. And, whatever it took, whatever I was needed to do, that's what I just wanted to come in and do right away.
I had a little feel of that game down there when Mahoney started going and they're cutting back the lead.
Yeah.
How'd you flip it from that point?
I mean, because we was chirping a little early, and then, after he made a couple baskets, he had something to say to me. But, Yeah, I mean, he's a good player and he makes some big shots, but I feel like for the most part did a good job of containing him. And as soon as they went on their run, Drew reiterated to us in the timeout that like our run is coming. So just stay calm, stay cool, and don't overreact to nothing. And I felt we did a good job of that.
How much sweeter does this one feel to make that trip around with the fans and all that, not just because of today with college game day, but also, like Malachi just mentioned, what happened in Marauder earlier this season?
I feel like it was a little bit of both, because it's kind of like outside noise, but college game day is also a big part of they hadn't been here in I don't know how long, and I feel like it would be all for nothing if they came out here and we would have lost, So I mean that's part of it too, is just making sure there's respect on our name, when people put us up there with all the big dogs, and everybody makes all these trips, and it's college game day in Spokane, with the whole nation watching, we made sure that we backed our name and made everybody respect us. And then also just, I mean, it's huge, winning the WCC after what happened with LMU here at home, and everybody kind of was down on us, but I mean, we just had to keep it a tight circle, keep it all in the locker room and fight. And we knew that we controlled our destiny at the end of the day, so it was going to be on us.
Yeah, we've been through a lot, so this one, like, you just appreciate it so much more. Like you said, everybody got something to say, but like all the guys in the locker room, we believe. So like just that feeling of like all the work we was putting in and stuff, like when everybody else was talking, like at the end of the day, like we had each other. So that's why it just, just kind of felt good to just express that.
You kind of accepted a different role when you transferred here. How gratifying is it to have carried this trophy out to the court, considering all that you've been through the last handful of months?
Man, I'm just grateful for just every day having an opportunity to play the game I love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look at different roles or anything. I just try to just have fun and enjoy it. And when I'm out there, just, like I said, do what I can do to help the team. And, I feel like that's what makes me a good player. Like, it doesn't have to be scoring all the time. It can just me being a voice or being defense, So this feels just as sweet, what I'm saying? Even if I'm coming off the bench or something, like, it feels just as good.
What's Wednesday going to be like celebrating senior class?
Oh, and that's huge. I mean, there's some real names that we're celebrating on Wednesday, and we just kind of talked about it in the locker room for a second. Yeah, we're gonna come out here, and we're gonna try to come out swinging, and make sure it's a good last hurrah for those guys, and that we send them off right. So, I mean, I think we're all looking forward to it, and it should be a special night.
Time for two more.
How hard is it to score on those guys? I mean, you shot over 50%. That's a lot of points against them. How tough do they make it to operate?
My fault. You got
No,
it.
you got it.
No, you just gotta, you just gotta be sharp and just, not play perfect, but just be sharp at everything you do. Just communicate and, just kind of just do it on our terms, as coach says. So, they do play great defense, but we have a lot of skilled offensive players, and we put a lot of time in film and, sets and stuff. So we just gotta execute them, and that's what we did.
And just respect to them. They came with a different plan defensively, to kind of disrupt the flow that I had going on. And it was just a matter of, everybody else doing what they can do and do what they're capable of. I mean, that's what he's just alluded to. I mean, we have so many talented guys that, when I have an off night, everybody else is going to have an on night. And we can win games like that against top 15 opponents with our guys, having rough nights. So, I mean, that's just huge, when he has a bad night, I'll pick him up, and when I have a bad night, he's going to pick me up.
You guys as a program have won 25 games in 16 straight seasons, which is now the longest streak in the country. Julian, you've been here for 3 of those. What do you make of that milestone?
I mean, it's just what I knew I was getting into when I committed here. I mean, I knew it was a winning culture, and, I wasn't going to be the guy, to come in here and let that stop. So, just all the guys in the locker room and all the guys who've come before us, I mean, it's just a testament to them and, the staff of how well they've, put together this program and, did a great job of just getting like-minded guys every year just that want to win and, have each other's back. So, I mean, a lot of teams call themselves a family or a brotherhood, but I don't think too many of them can say it like we can.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Joe.
Alley, bro. Let's fight.
Thank you for joining us. That was the Gonzaga post-game press conference after the Zags beat St. Mary's 77-68. It was pretty comfortable throughout. Zags, like a big brother, kept St. Mary's at a comfortable distance pretty much the entire game, leading as much as 19 points at one point. And we do have a couple, if you want to stick around and watch some first half highlights. Here are those. Well, we seem to be having some difficulties playing those, but if you do want to watch, we will have more in Good Morning Northwest. Also, again, Gonzaga, if you're just now joining us, beat St. Mary's 77-68. The two teams will share the West Coast Conference title due to the same record and same head-to-head score. They both beat each other once. Final score 77-68. Their final records 25-5. So the WCC conference title will be shared between the two teams. Possible they see each other in the big dance later on. And we'll see where they land rankings-wise in the AP poll on Monday. Zags right now 12, St. Mary's 15. They had a leapfrog earlier this season, but things have righted. So for now, live in the KXLY Plus studio, I'm Rob King for KXLY Plus.